It is Thursday again, and I'm here with the final advocacy video. So let's just jump right in. Now that we have all this information, what do we do if our care provider is still not respecting our wishes, bullying us, pushing us, threatening us? I have a very simple solution. You fire them. Now, even for the people who are very comfortable with confrontation, this can be really hard. I have 3 ways that you can go about doing this, and then we'll move into what to do next. So, number 1, don't make another appointment with them. This is probably the easiest one, and in a practice where they're not going to continue calling your phone and bothering you, this is probably the way that I would go. I just wouldn't make another appointment. As I'm leaving, and they say, oh, well, let's make an appointment. I might say, I'll call you. That's a really easy, non-confrontational way to do it, and one to definitely keep in your notes. Number 2 is if they're persistent and they're calling you, I would say, thank you so much for your interest in us. I'm going with another care provider. I'm going to need my records. Done. Why? Well, why are you leaving? Well, I thought we were blah, 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 blah. I have chosen to go with another care provider. Thank you. Simple as that. If you want to explain why, by all means, but if you're trying to get off the phone, that's what I would do. Number 3, be as blunt and short as you can. Really, the thing that I want you to remember is that you don't need to explain yourself. These people are working for you, and we can be grateful for them. We can be really inspired by their expertise in certain ways, but if they aren't right for us, they aren't right for us, and you don't need to explain yourself. Be blunt, short, and be done. Fire them. Okay. And what do we do next? I like to say, when you leave a provider for any reason, the next thing you should do is think outside the box. It's so important. You can look into other avenues of care. So look into naturopathy, a functional medicine practitioner, an Eastern medicine practitioner. You can look into getting an herbalist. The possibilities are endless. And so don't limit yourself. Also, question your own self. Question, what knowledge do you already have? What is your intuition telling you? What books can you read? What friends can you talk to about this certain thing? Reach out to people online, or for example, I'm using Root Cause Clinic with my son. And we've been really happy with that, and that is way outside the box. So don't box yourself in. Don't go hopping from one practitioner to another. I've been there. I've done it. I did it with my son. It wasn't fun. You kind of get the same thing every time, or a taste of the same thing, maybe with, slight differences, but it's not worth it. Really think outside the box and see what you want and what is going to be best for you. I want to say a word about people who are taking care of their elderly parents or family members who are caregivers in that way. You might need to stay with the geriatric provider or the heart doctor or whatever, but that doesn't mean that you can't fire them and find a new one. And that doesn't mean that you can't also seek alternative care. So you can do both. Again, think outside the box. You don't only have this one little option. I know money can be a problem for some people. Trust me, we have been there. We get that. My family, when I say we, that's what I'm talking about. But I have been really resourceful, and I have found ways to get what I want for my son, and I encourage you to do the same. Think outside the box. No one is the gatekeeper to knowledge, and no one knows your child or the person you're caring for more than you do. And if I relay anything to you in this series, please let it be that. The last thing that I want to touch on today is the drama triangle. If you haven't heard of it, pause this video, go look it up, and then come right back, because As an advocate, it's easy to fall into the savior role. And so you get kind of caught up in saving the day, saving the person that you're caring for, saving. And what can happen is you can get into a dynamic where you're the savior and the person you're caring for is the victim. And especially with children, with anyone, but with children, it's really important that they don't think that they are a victim of fill in the blank. And so I want to give you some language that I use with my son when I am talking to him about what's going on. So my son used to have really chronic stomach pain. I mean, it was so bad that he would be in a grocery store crouched down, crying on the floor. What I never said was, "Oh, you poor baby," or, "Oh my gosh, what's wrong with your stomach? Oh my, something's so wrong." The things that I tried to use instead were, "Whoa, your body is so smart. It's telling us that there's something going on, that we have to pay attention. I'm so happy that your body is so smart." When any of my kids have been sick, just with a virus or something, I always say, "Oh my gosh, look, you have a fever. That means your body is working to heal. Your body knows what to do. That's amazing." And by using phrases like these instead of the ones I just mentioned, we put them in a place of feeling empowered, feeling like their bodies are perfectly designed and that they can trust themselves. And I think that's a really important dynamic to create. Really just take ownership of what you are. You are an advocate. You are a caregiver in some capacity, and your advocacy is an example for others to see. Not just your kids or the person you're caring for, but for other mothers to see, for other people in the grocery store to see. You're just an advocate. And I don't mean just. I don't want to say that. Actually, you're not just an advocate. You are an advocate. And that's beautiful. But you don't need to be anyone's savior. That role as advocate is important enough. All right, we did it. We did the 3 videos on advocacy. This has been really fun for me, and it's been such a blessing to be able to relay the information that I have gained through living, which is the best way we all learn, onto you. And I hope it's helpful. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. I would love to connect with you. And if you're needing help with advocating in a medical setting, please reach out to me. I would love to help you get into the nitty-gritty as we talked about in video 2. And I'd love to hear your story and be an advocate for you on your way. Thanks.